Okay, so welcome back. This is our lesson on making bread. And this is making dinner rolls. And you can use it for even making hamburger type of things, right?
You could, yeah.
Yep. So we're super excited because a lot of times when people are eating this way, gluten-free and that type of thing, that's my oven, sorry about that. Bread is something that we don't get to eat very often, right? And so it's hard to find good tasting bread that is good for you. Now, why do we not eat bread that you get from the store that's gluten-free?
To start with, they're not sprouted, so they're super hard to digest.
So the ingredients that are put in the bread, they haven't gone through and sprouted those breads before they, or those substances before they've made flours out of them.
Also, they have a lot of stuff they put that is not healthy. They put a lot of fat, they put a lot of sugar. They do some ingredients that are healthy. They can put grains, gluten-free grains that haven't been processed right with a lot of lectins. And
right. So we're in this recipe. We're not going to be using any free fats. We're not going to be using any yeast because some people who have leaky guts, I know I couldn't tolerate yeast for a long time, and so this is a new recipe that you've used fairly recently, right?
Yeah, we had to come up with this recipe because there is people that test positive for yeast. Actually, it's not unusual at all. So
and even if you don't test positive for it, like
Yeah,
I didn't test positive for it and
exactly.
I still had issues with it.
Yeah, so it's better just to be off of yeast for a while until you heal your leaky gut.
Okay, well, let's go through and see what we have here, okay? So we have 3 different types of flours. This is buckwheat, sprouted buckwheat, sprouted quinoa, arrowroot, and it's 1 cup of each. And then this is 1/2 cup of flaxseed that has been ground up. And what is that?
This is salt. 1 teaspoon of salt.
Only 1 teaspoon. Okay, great.
So what we're gonna do is
And then why don't we say what's here?
well, we
too?
can go here too, and we made an egg. This is our egg. It's made
It's
out
a
of
binder.
It's a binder. We call it our egg, which is not an egg, really.
So you can see that when flaxseed, you mix flaxseed with water, it gets very, very kind of thick and viscous. And so this has been sitting here for a few hours at least. We put this here this morning. So
it's 1/4 cup of flaxseed with 1 cup of water.
okay, so and
We're gonna use from this mixture. We're gonna use 4 tablespoons.
Oh, I can grab it. I can grab the.
And then we're gonna use also 3 tablespoons of coconut sugar and 1 1/3 cup of water.
So this is 1/3 cup of water. I missed that. What was
3 tablespoons of coconut sugar.
Okay, great.
And 4 tablespoons of the mixture of the
Okay.
egg-like.
So I will take this and I'll start mixing all of this. And this is 1 cup of each of the buckwheat, quinoa, and then this is the arrowroot. And then this is the flaxseed.
Ground, 1/2 cup.
And then
And
this
1
is
teaspoon
the
of
1 teaspoon of salt. And then we just want to mix it all up really good so it
Yes.
all gets...
And while you're mixing this, I'm going to mix the liquids. So 1/3 of water and the 3 tablespoons of coconut sugar. And
then just 1 tablespoon of the...
4 tablespoons of the
4
mixture.
tablespoons.
But I'm going to process this first. It's very important to process in the same way because I tried different ways and the bread doesn't turn
What do you
out.
mean the same way?
You start with the water, added the sugar, mix it up, and then you got the egg-like
So you mean just in a particular order?
in the particular order. So we're gonna do 4 tablespoons. So 4. And we are gonna process again and then we're gonna add our flowers.
Okay.
Okay, so this is ready.
Okay, did you do it on low then?
Yeah, we do it on low,
Okay.
and it should work.
All right, so this is pretty much well mixed up.
Okay, this is our flour, so we're just gonna mix it. Be careful with this, can go all over.
Okay, so let's put this on. All right, I'll let you.
We're gonna mix it using the Loki here.
Okay, so we've processed it for just a little bit. Actually, it's been just a few seconds. And so we're going to show you what it looks like. And we used to use guar gum. Why don't we use guar gum anymore?
Yeah, because the consistency when you don't use yeast, it didn't turn out well. But when you use yeast, it's perfect. It's super perfect bread.
So when you're using guar gum with yeast, then it turns out pretty well, but on its own without the yeast, it's not so good. Okay.
So this is the consistency. So you kind of have to, so it's kind of a little too
Runny?
runny. So
Okay.
we're gonna add
A little bit more
flax
meal.
So I'm gonna add about 1/4 cup, and then if I need it more, I'll add it another 4 cup.
Okay, so you're adding quite a bit more. So you're kind of eyeballing it.
So let me see, I'm thinking that's probably gonna need another 4 cup and we'll be good.
Okay.
So we can say that we can add it, we can add just 1 full cup,
Okay.
right? Total. So let's just add it.
Add the whole thing?
Add the whole thing. And we should be good. Okay, the consistency looks good. As you can see.
Can you maybe let people know what it looks like? Okay, so it doesn't really
And
want to move
gluten
that
free
well.
is that way. It's not gonna be like regular dough.
Okay,
So now we're going to
we'll move this to the
make
side.
our rolls. Yes.
And I'll put this over here. Now we have these cookie sheets that we've lined with parchment paper. So this is unbleached parchment paper that I've lined.
And we need our water.
Okay.
And it's very handy to wet our spoons. And have this spatula super handy. Where do you get this spatula?
I got it from some kind of kitchen store, an outlet, so yeah, it is super practical.
Okay, so we're gonna grab some of the dough and we're gonna shape it to a roll. So that's why you need the water, because this is gonna be sticky. And then you're just gonna shape it.
So you're just shaping it freehand.
See, it just looks like a super nice roll.
Okay.
And we wanna be that high. Okay.
And you heard the oven go off. It was set at 350 degrees. How long are we going to bake these for?
We're gonna bake it for 30 minutes and then we're gonna check how they're doing.
Okay.
We might add it another 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we have our next one here. When you like bread, you just do whatever it takes
To get bread?
to get bread.
Yeah.
I grew up eating bread. So I have to have bread. Every morning I have with my breakfast. See how nice looks. Look at the rolls. Okay, so we're gonna continue doing this, and when we finish pouring, we're gonna show you how many rolls we're gonna have.
Okay, so we have just put these out on the pan. I guess we didn't need 2 pans. Well, now we know better. And we had a little bit left over. But we're gonna put these in the oven. We'll see how they turn out, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna put this down here. Put that. I'll put it like this. All right, so this is at 375.
For 30 seconds?
So
for 30 minutes?
We
can start 30 minutes.
Okay, so I had misspoken. I had said 350, but it's actually 375 for 30 minutes, and then we'll check and see what they look like.
I might need another 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it's been 30 minutes at 375 degrees, and that's what they look like. Let's see what they... Can we break one open?
Sure. I don't think it's ready, but you can do it.
That's good, huh?
You don't need help. I think my hands are more like burned. So this is the bread. It's not dry yet because still we have to let it cool.
Mm-hmm. But you can see, like, once it is cool and it's a better consistency, you're going to be able to slice through this way and maybe make a hamburger or that type of thing. And from what I hear, they're really good.